Hello everyone, my name is Gediminas. I'm a sales technical manager in SolarEdge for the Baltic states and Finland. I've been in the industry quite a long time, 10 years plus I believe, running sprints every day, 100 times. It's really interesting to work in the renewables in the PV sector. It's quite challenging, but with challenges you're not getting bored. Taking care of the whole region, helping installers understand what they're doing with our equipment, giving information to the installers not about how to work with solars, let's say, but how to install PV in the correct way. So I'm really focused not only on the very small and tiny part inverter or optimizer. I have to talk with installer in general, the holistic overview of the entire system. Long time ago, let's say 10 years ago when I started, inverters used to be a simple thing. It's a DC AC converter, that's it. But now inverters becomes the central piece in the whole system to convert energy, what we need, but also to control, to manage, and to optimize the energy we produce and we consume in the place, and what we do with that energy if we have surplus, if we want to export or we want to put to the battery, and etc. So yes, inverter is now the brain. I'm talking to installers, I'm talking to the investors, I'm talking to the end customers, business owners. I feel there's a lack of information floating between all parties. So what happens? Installer or contractor is offering to the end customer or the investor a solution he knows best. Doesn't mean that that solution is the best, but it's only known for him as a very good solution. He says, I've been installing this for the last 10 years, you should use this. The investor is saying, okay, he is a professional, he was offering me the greatest equipment or solution possible. That's not true. There is a lack of information floating, so neither installer knows always the last trends, neither the investors knows what he needs because he's not working over there. So I'm trying to talk with them, say, okay, here's a trend happening in the world, this is what happened in the US, coming to Europe, or this is already happening in Europe and should come to our region, the Baltics, and the Nordic region as well. And I see there is a gap in knowledge, so I'm trying to fill it. And then once I got a call from you and say, we want to do this training. We want to have a platform and you can share this knowledge between different type of customers. It can be the engineers, they can understand, they can learn, they can be the end customer, they can be investors. I said, yes, let's go. I do remember someone approached me and said, do you have any concerns about the PV safety? And I said, hell yeah, I have. I went through very interesting research. One American company did a research and they tested over 60,000 installations in 5 continents. And what they found, 60% of all installations is not meeting the minimum safety level. So it's crazy, right? This is a concern, and that's why we need to talk. That's why we need to talk ahead of the problems. Because once the problems will happen, it's going to be too late, and then we're going to talk about the consequences. The dangerous things comes after you're trying to do something what you don't know and you don't understand. Installer should think, I want to install the safe system and I want to get my money and I don't want to come back here. And the end customer, the investor or the business owner should think, I want a good system which is safe, which is not making any risks for my daily business. I get the benefits of the system, I enjoy having the green energy, and that's it. So this is not only the installer side which is saying, I would like you to offer the safest solution. This should be the holistic approach from all different parts. The knowledge you had last year or 2 years ago it's not valid anymore, or it's just fundamentals. So what I want to give with the trainings and with the courses is to make a strong base, the fundamental, and then put on the top the nowadays things. If we talk about the safety, let's say what happens in the safety world, we get introduction of the MLPE. This is module level power electronics, and it's said that it's going to be around 30% of all PV installations until 2030. So that's what I'm trying to give to the training, fundamentals and update on the information, where we are heading, what we need to focus. Additionally, I want to always leave some time in the training to show the bad examples, and that's where everyone should take a look and say, God, this is terrible, I will not do it. Once we are starting to do installation, we have installation manuals from PV modules, from the mounting systems, from the inverters, from the cable producers, and etc. and etc. So it's quite difficult to add all of them in one piece and then try to install a working, well installed system. So if you don't know the holistic view, if you don't understand the fundamentals, so then that means you're trying to put the puzzle without seeing how the puzzle actually looks, and that makes your job really difficult. So we have to implement the minimum 3 processes in every installation circle. So first process is risk management before planning the PV. So there should be a person, an engineer, who knows about the customer needs, and about the products you are selecting for the customer. Let's say you have a gas station. So maybe you're thinking, okay, there's a high risk, explosive area. I should maybe do some research and think, can I put the system on the gas station roof or not? Secondary, once the decisions are made in the first step, the someone has to be during the installation and right before energizing installation to double check if everything is done according to the plan was done before. What do we see? There's a great plan done before installation, but the installers, the guys who are working physically on the roofs, they are not following the plan. And then the third thing, which is I think very important, it's maintenance. So we have a guy who made a plan how the PV should work. We have a guy who checked before energizing that everything is installed in the right way. And then we need someone who will take care during those years. So from the day it starts and it runs every year, every 2 years, there's specific things to check, to maintenance after storms and so on and so on. So this is those 3 really important things which every installer should think and should follow. YouTube is a great source of good videos, but it's not the best place to educate yourself. The courses and trainings by professionals are done for the reason. So you can't stay not focused and keep thinking that you know everything. You have to keep updating yourself, following the trends of the market. As I said, PV industry especially, it's crazy, it's super dynamic. Things are changing here every 6 months. If you knew something 6 months ago, maybe today it's not valid, maybe today it's outdated. I don't know any other industry where I can really say that 6 months knowledge is old. This is crazy, but that's where we are. And if we want to stay tuned, if we want to keep tracking, so we need to look for courses, we need to seek for knowledge. That's what I'm wishing everyone. Just follow the guidelines, seek knowledge, don't sleep.